Good morning, brothers and sisters. This is Keith Thompson, and it pains to see a story like this. I hate whenever I see stories like this because of my job and what I do. Um, I know how difficult it is for a family to get their children back when their children are and have been placed within the system. It's called the system for a reason, and the system is against you whenever they take your children. Here we have a story: top European court to hear case of Norwegian Christian family after kids were removed from their home. Now, they were removed because the father, who was a Christian and who was trying to be biblical, was disciplining one of his children. Okay? Proverbs 13:24. I believe the NIV version of this text has the best, you could call it explanation. Not explanation, but just the way it describes the text. Whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. I love the careful part because there is abuse. There is abuse. Um, there is true abuse, and there are parents who do not need to have their children. But there is a biblical and correct way to discipline the child with spanking. Okay, like I've said before, I come from a different era. I come from a time when it was normal for kids to get their backside tore up. Okay, I did, and the kids that I grew up with, who I know now as adults, are some of the most respectful, um, honorable, and just great people. And I remember how we were disciplined. Okay, our parents weren't our friends. Our parents were our parents, and they would let you know that we're not your friends. I see too often parents today trying to be their kids' friends, kicking it with them, and it's stupid. Okay, so here we have a Christian couple whose 5 children, including a 3-month-old, were seized by a child welfare agency in Norway, will be able to bring their case before Europe's top human rights court. It is one of the 8 cases that European Court of Human Rights has agreed to hear against the embattled Child Protective Services agency known as the Barnevernet, however you say that. Okay, so basically, um, they've taken the rights of the parents. Now, they've also said something I also noticed here. They say, where is it? Where is it? Um, Yeah, here it is. Said in a statement that a subsequent investigation revealed that the community officials also reportedly believed the children were being indoctrinated by their parents' Christian beliefs. Now you see how they do it. You see how they do it. Everything's okay but Christianity. Now, if this was an issue where the husband had transitioned to a woman and the wife had transitioned into a man, and we're teaching our kids that it's okay to be a homosexual, that wouldn't be considered indoctrination. That would fall under the guise of equality and fairness. But because it's Christianity, okay, because the Bible is involved, it's indoctrination. Okay, and so I really fear for parents because the way it is now, it's so easy for the system to take your children. Okay, especially as a believer, as a Christian, and those who seek to lead biblical lives. Okay, because they've turned scripture into something that's bad and an abuse to children. And you see how it's being used against parents. So now these parents will have to go lawyer up and basically wage war against the courts that are against them in order to get their children back. And I'm telling you right now, once your children are in the system, it's almost impossible because the system is against you. The system is about money. The system is about acquiring uh, financial backings from the state. And a lot of times, what ends up happening is while your children are in the system, they end up finding uh, people that will adopt your children and keep them while you're fighting the case. Okay, and it's all a big game because when they eventually give your children to their adoptive parents or their caretakers, we call them, uh, everyone's being paid. The caretakers are being paid for keeping your children. The state's being paid every time you go to court to fight for your children. The judges are being paid for handing down judgments upon you that separate you from your children. It's all a system that's around you not being able to have your children because it's about money. Okay, so this is very disheartening to see because I know how the process works. And so now these parents are going to be in a fight for their life. because they have so many different kids. I mean, if it were just one, it'd be a little easier, but because they have 6 kids, it's going to be tough. And they've taken all 6 kids. Um, Very sad, very sad. They're taking away our rights to be parents, your rights to be parents. So yeah, my heart goes out to parents in general who are Christian because it's hard. It's hard. So yeah, I will post a link to this article in the description of this video. Thank you for watching. God bless.